So welcome back to Life Edit and Design. I'm Julie Ann, and today is the day we're finally announcing what the big sale is. So I've been hinting about that there's something was coming, and now we're here. We're ready for the big sale. So this I'm really excited about. I wish I had confetti or something fun to drop down, but this is a big, huge end of the year, only going to be done once sale. And what it is called the Master Bundle, and it is every single planner in my shop. That's 50 planners or journals or notebooks, all for one price. And you have to go to the Etsy shop to find the price, because the price will vary depending on how close to the holiday you are getting it. But it's going to launch today when this video comes out. And if you're a newsletter subscriber, you have a special coupon in your newsletter, so I hope you open that and redeem that. And if you're not a newsletter subscriber, you might want to become one now, because subscribers will also be getting a free copy of the first journal I release in January, which I don't want to drop too many hints about it because I'm still in creation, but it's such a cool planner. So that's going to come out in January. So if you're not already a newsletter subscriber, you missed out on the coupon, but you can get the free journal in January. So go to lifeditanddesign.com and subscribe there so that you get that journal. So let's talk a little bit about this sale, which is so cool. Again, every planner in the shop. So there are, I had to get my listing page because there's so many. There are 8 blank notebooks, so they're varying subjects from a 5 subject up to a 12 subject, and those are great. There's like one that's like a great place to store all your natural recipes. So if you use a lot of essential oils to make skincare and cleaning products, and if you use it in cooking and recipes like that, there's a whole notebook that's just a great place to store your recipes. There's a coffee themed one, an adventure themed one, mom life, summer fun. God, there's so many of those that are just fun. There's a fall themed one. So those are just blank notebooks that you can store whatever you want in there. The baking theme one's a lot of fun because you want to store your recipes in there, all different baking recipes, and it's got fun quotes on it. So those are great. Then there's also, you'll get the hub notebooks, which come in 5, 10, and 12 subject tabs, and they're landscape or portrait. And you might be going, well, what's a hub notebook? A hub notebook is like a binder, think of it that way, where you can store other notebooks or other journals in it. So I'll give you one example of how somebody's using this, which I think is really cool. Is I had one customer who had bought the craft planner, and the craft planner has a spot for 10 projects, so you can be tracking, and you do your budget for the projects, your shopping list, and then you map out how you want to do it. If it's something that takes stages, so there's steps for it, and you have everything you can put right there, everything that you need, all the details regarding that project in there, and there's 10 of those. And she said, well, I have more than 10 projects because I write down ideas and copy all my notes in one spot, and I might have like 30 or 40 because I get all these great ideas and inspiration, and I need a place to store them. And she was trying to figure out how is she going to store when there's only 10 tabs in the notebook. And so I said to her, well, you'll grab the hub notebook. So what you do with the hub notebook is, say you get the 10 tab hub notebook, you put the craft planner behind tab number 1, but then you copy it and put it behind tab number 2, 3, 4. Now you have a spot where you can store 100 projects all in the same notebook. So you go to the digital notebook, you put a note on it, or you rename it, that says my master craft planner, and then within you now have 10 tabs, and behind each tab you have 10 sets of projects. So you can say this, tab number 1 is going to be all my projects to do with knitting, say, and tab number 2 is maybe all the projects I want to give as gifts, and tab number 3 are all my paper crafting projects, and tab number 4 is all my kids crafts, however you want to do it. So she now has a place to store 100, but she doesn't have to get lost and go, well, which planner, and have all these things in her GoodNotes filing system or whatever. She has one, and all 100 are in there, and then she has a spot. Each of the tabs has its own page, its own cover, so she can see what she's going to put behind that tab. So there's an index for the tabs, and then within the craft planner there's a second index. So all your tabs work, which is really, really cool. So you open the notebook, you have your say you get the 10 subject, you have 10 tabs. Then when you go into, say, the craft planner, which has its own set of tabs, those tabs will work just fine in the craft planner. And then you go back to the cover and go, the craft planner cover, go back one page, and now you're into the hub notebook, and those tabs are now working. So you can have multiple sets of tabs inside the same notebook, and now you have one place to store and look for all your things. So you can do that with the recipe books. or the blank notebooks. One of the other notebooks I have and planners is the podcast planner. So you could take the podcast planner, which has a spot, I believe, for 12 episodes, and you could put that behind into a hub notebook. And so now you can plan, so season 1 is say 12 episodes, but then you can put season 2 in the next tab, copy the whole notebook and put it back there. So now you have your entire season of podcasts all in one notebook, multiple seasons. You could have multiple years sitting there without it getting big and bulky, because one of the reasons I don't make such huge planners is because they're very hard to download. When you have that many tabs and things going on, it's just a monster file and it's a pain in the butt to work with. So by keeping them small and then copying them and putting them into this hub notebook system, this allows you to keep things nice and neat, but also keeps the file small. I also have the blog planner. So if you're a blogger or a podcaster, there's 2 planners for you there that, again, you could stick into the hub notebook and just have tons of blog post outlines and things like that in the same spot. And then, like I said, with the podcast, there's a blank notebook. So if you just want to have notes, you could throw those behind tabs and be able to stick all kinds of podcast ideas and notes all in one spot. You don't have to go searching for where's that notebook versus that notebook. And the cool thing is you carry around your iPad and you have so much right here, rather than carrying around all these different notebooks, one spot, and you have all of your planning for the year. Next year I will be coming out with some more marketing notebooks. So there will be one on the video and Instagram posting. There'll be another one on membership marketing, and I believe I have another one coming up on affiliate marketing. So those notebooks are coming out in 2021. So be on the lookout for that, because I have the entire 21 year planned out. I just have to make them all now. So that's going to be in this 20 set. You'll have the blog and you'll have the podcast ones, which are done. You also have the really fun family series. So there's the holiday planner that we've talked about and the Christmas planner that you've just heard about in the other episodes. But there's also a gift giving guide, which helps you do gifts for the entire year. There is the birthday planner, which is one of my favorites, is how to plan out an awesome birthday. And again, it gives you all the steps for 1 year, but you can duplicate it, throw it in one of these hub notebooks, and you can duplicate it and have multiple years of birthdays, which is such a cool keepsake that you can really go back and look at, like, wow, what did I do this birthday? And maybe you have 10 years of birthdays in one notebook. I mean, how cool is that? That if you like to look back, that's a great way to do it. There's a scrapbook planner, so if you're not, if you want to be more specific than just crafts, there is the scrapbook planner, so you can do the same concept with that, throw that in the hub notebooks. So you'll see these hub notebooks are great, they're a lot of fun, and you have the different sizes. We also have a whole series, there's 6 different summer planners. So there's summer reading, there's the summer bucket list, which is really fun. I love that one. So if you really want to do some fun things over the summer, there's some blank notebooks in there. I will be coming out with some more summer notebooks next year, but there's a whole series just on summer. A lot of the themed blank notebooks are in there. There's a patriotic one, there's a mermaid, let's be mermaids one, and that's really fun. And there's just a summer fun in general. And then there's also a sea life one. So there's 4 different blank notebooks in the summer series. Then there are the fall notebooks. So there's the fall notebook, the fall planner, and most of my products are undated. There's only one dated planner in there. It's an academic year planner, but that's not what I do. I don't do a lot of dated planners. So everything you're going to see is evergreen. You can use it all the time. It won't go out of date with the exception of that one planner. The family events planner is really cool. It helps you plan events all year long, so that you're not just stuck, like we talked about how to create a great Christmas and all the great plans you could do for Christmas. Well, this family events planner takes that idea and takes it through the whole year. So it allows you to come up with, fun things to do January, February, March, April. I'll give you suggestions on what to do, and I give you planning tips on what to do. So it includes places to store your menu, your to-dos as you get ready for this event, what the event is, what are your outcome, why are you having the event, what are you hoping to get out of it, who do you want to invite. So it's really cool. It takes you through that. The gift giving one kind of works in tandem with that, as far as letting you plan out your gifts for the year so that you can do some bulk shopping. So if you find a great deal on something, you can kind of plot out, okay, here's all the people I need to give gifts to this year on a typical basis. Here's the big anniversaries, if there's any big milestone anniversaries, birthdays, graduations. You don't have to wait for a couple of weeks before that and start thinking about what am I going to buy. You can be on the lookout. You have that list, kind of a master list at the beginning of the year, to say, what are the big events coming up? And you can be shopping for those best deals, or as you come across something, you'd be like, oh, who's that a good idea for? And you flip through your good notes and look through that and say, oh, I've got this person I really need to buy for. They're going to have a big milestone birthday. This would be a great gift. So that's a great way to kind of really be not, I don't want to say frugal, but always looking for the best deals and come up with really thoughtful gifts. And if you're making gifts, it's a great way to pair it up. So if you've got the scrapbook or the craft planner, you can also be looking at the gift planner and deciding, okay, what do I want to make? What are all the events I have? And then who do I want to make for? What do I want to make? And put the two together and always kind of have a plan. Again, I'm a planner, but have a plan for how you're going to do gift giving so you're not pulling your hair out. So those are in there, as well as, let's see what else, the cleaning tracker, which is great for your home. It's a way, there's a couple different systems, and with every planner there's a video that shows you how to use the pages. So with the cleaning one, I give you different ideas of how to set up your cleaning for your home, and then there's checking, and it's customized completely by you. You decide, what you're going to do, how often you're going to do it, and then checking off the boxes so you're keeping your house clean. So that is a really fun one. And I love reading, so there's a book tracker for if you just want to log your books to read this year. And it's divided by seasons, so you can put in the books that you want to read. There's also the Solo Book Club, which is such a cool planner. So it's a way of doing a book club just for yourself, because you might have lost your regular book club. Your library isn't what it was before. The Solo Book Club allows you to kind of read a book and then analyze it, ask yourself questions, kind of find insights in the book. So you're not just reading it, you're actually doing something with it. And even if it's a fiction book, it doesn't mean that there's not messages or lessons to be learned, or you want to track, what did you love about the book? And then kind of how can you have more of that in your life? How can you have more fun if it's a certain topic? Maybe you love a sci-fi, and you read the book and then you're like, well, now I want to either explore other authors in that area, or I want to watch some movies in that area, or maybe I want to do some creative writing in the area and I want to find journal prompts or things like that. So you'll get that in the Solo Book Club, which is a very fun one. There's the food ones. I have two food ones. I have the Wine Trail and I have the Dining Review, which are two different notebooks that help you go out. They're kind of places to store your experiences. So if you go out and taste a bunch of different wines, it's a place for you to track all the different wines that you've tried out, which is just cool. And if you find favorite brands, there's a whole tab just for favorites, and you write down the brands. So when you're shopping, or if you even want to have people are asking you, hey, what kind of wine do you like? And you can go, hey, here's my reference chart. Take a picture of it, send it to your friends. Why not? And then the Dining Review one is when you go out and try new places, which you might be doing now, because some of your favorite restaurants might not be making it. And that doesn't mean you're not doing Grubhub or anything else. You can still order food to go and do this dining review, and it gives you just things, you're going to rate the food, the presentation, the ambiance of the restaurant if you get to go in and sit down. But those are just fun things to do with food, and these are great. If you're not going to buy the master bundle for yourself, you can also buy the master bundle for somebody else. These make great gifts. 50 planners is pretty cool. There's smaller things like wish lists, shopping lists, assignment trackers. Those are some of the smaller ones. The gratitude journal that we just finished talking about in the last episode. With the Halloween Wellness Challenge, one of my favorites. So you might have missed that for this year, but you can pick up on it and do it next year. And then there's the health ones. So there's the weight loss success guide, which that's a whole course inside a planner. So I go through how to kind of get control of your eating, and I give you some tips that you probably haven't heard yet. This isn't your same old, and this doesn't mean prescribe to any particular diet. It's not telling you to go keto, paleo, or anything like that. It's you use your style of eating, but this gives you tips on how to stay on track, and it takes you through the whole course and gives you some really cool things that I've done that have worked for me. And I actually lost 25 pounds between April and end of July of this year. So this shows you just how to do it. It's a really cool planner, and it fits anybody because you tailor it to you. And then there's the smoothies for weight loss planner, which is how I lost a lot of the weight. I use smoothies. I still drink smoothies. I have 2 smoothies every day, and this goes through how to incorporate smoothies into your life and some of the basic recipe components you want to have in it. And there's also the walking challenge, which is fun. It's a great 30-day challenge, but it gives you all different ways. There's going out and walking, but then there's so many other things you can do to make the walking more interesting, to mix it up and vary it up. And this challenge takes you through all different styles of walking and things that you can be doing on your walk, and turns it into a challenge. So you kind of can try different things. You can try one thing for 30 days, or you can mix it up. And again, you could put the walking challenge, throw it into a hub notebook, and have a series of 30-day challenges where you try different things out for whatever walking season. If you want to try to commit to it all year long, this is a way to totally mix it up. So each month you're doing a different style of walking. Another one of my favorites is the list notebook, which is just a fun notebook to store all kinds of lists. So I give you some categories, and then I give you really just fun graphics. to put different lists so you can be tracking movies, songs, foods, favorites of anything, favorites wines, favorites of, favorite places to eat, favorite places to go walk, favorite places to take pictures. There's all kinds of list setups in there for you. And so that's just a fun journal that you can just track anything. And again, put it in a 5-subject notebook and have a whole bunch of lists, whatever you want to do. So that gives you an idea. Again, there's 50 planners. There's a ton in there. You'll have 6 of those will be those hub notebooks that you can kind of mix and match, put all kinds of planners in. You can group your planners. So if you want to have your scrapbooking and your craft planner and your gift giving planner and your family events planner all in one, you just throw them in the hub notebook. And now they're all organized into one place. You could duplicate your blank notebooks and have all your recipes sitting in one place, however you want to do it. There's a lot of versatility with this package. And again, you get 50 of them, and there might be a few more. I have a couple things I'm still working on that if I get them done into this year, they will be in, I'll just automatically put them right in there. So you'll go to the Etsy shop, it'll be in the banner, the big master bundle end of the year sale, and then there'll be a listing that you'll click on. You'll get instructions in the listing on how to access all 50 planners. So there's not this big monster download that you can't manage. It's actually, you'll just download each notebook that you want when you want it. You'll have access to all of the content until October 1st of 21. So anything you buy now, you have plenty of time to download, play with, get into your planner, but you have until October of 21 to download all your files. And I think you're going to find there's a ton in there, and they're so much fun. This again makes a great gift because you can email it. There's no shipping involved. I will not run out of inventory because you get the entire library and it's all digital. So if you have somebody in your life who has an iPad and loves to do digital planning or is thinking about getting into it, this makes an awesome gift that they can have. I mean, you will not run out of ideas for the entire year. With 50 planners, I've got you covered. There's plenty to go on, and it covers so many tastes from reading to writing. You've got everything in there that will really, kind of cater to the different tastes of the people that you might want to be giving this to. But you also might want to gift it to yourself, just saying, if you're a digital planner girl. It's just a lot of fun to have your own. These are all PDF files. They're simple to download to your iPad, and then grab your pencil and have a lot of fun. I've been doing most of these. I've had, not most of these, but several of these I've had for a few years that I've used myself in different versions. And so I really know that they last. Like the birthday planner I've been doing for the last 3 years. The Halloween Wellness Challenge I've done for a couple of years. The Walking Challenge I've done. So they're all based on experience. I've used them. I love them. And I think they're cool. Nobody else has what I have. I know it sounds weird to toot your own horn, but nobody has these kind of planners. I don't do the dated digital planner. That's just not my thing. These are all topical. They're fun. They're whimsical. You'll see a lot of the graphics are just bright, colorful because I'm sticker challenged, I guess is the way to put it. I can't put stickers in and make a pretty layout like that. I just don't. So I use colorful clip art, colorful backgrounds, borders, letters. That's my style, and you'll see that carry throughout here, that in some ways they're a little bit childlike, but I want them to be light, fun. You take yourselves way too seriously. If you want a boring black and white journal, there's a place for that, and that's great, and have at it, but that's not what you'll find here. You're gonna find colors, bright, fun sayings, whimsy. That's me. I like that carefree feeling. When I'm planning, I'm having fun because I'm in my element and I'm loving it. So that's what you'll find here in these journals. So again, go to the Etsy shop, Life, Edit, and Design, and is spelled out. So it's Life, Edit, A-N-D, Design. And you will find all the planners there. Again, it's right in the header. You can't miss the big sale. Click on the listing, and it'll give you instructions on how to purchase this or how to gift it. So I hope that you join me in this sale. Again, if you're a subscriber, you have a coupon, so make sure you've opened that email. And if you're not a subscriber, become one so that you can get the free journal in January, which is so cool. I love what I'm working on. So I love my journals. I'm a geek. What can I say? So lifeeditanddesign.com is where you'll sign up for the newsletter and make sure that you're in the know so that you get everything that's coming up as far as freebies. One of the things I do with my newsletter is I want to make sure each year it delivers you not only great planning tips, because I'm a planner, but I also want to make sure it gives you value. So I want to, each year I'm thinking, okay, how do I give at least $100 worth of value in my newsletter? So if you're a subscriber, you either get free products, coupons, discounts that equal $100 every year. So if you don't need it, if you don't have any other reasons, go over and sign up for the newsletter so that you get the value of those coupons. So there you have it. That is the big sale. It's called the Master Bundle, and it's every planner I have released in 2020. I hope you enjoy. Get over to the store and get it, and be on the lookout for the newsletter and any special promos. So take care. Have a great day.